Hello, this is Tim Lancia, and I'm doing the video on object-oriented software and UML. So my main takeaways from this video are that it's pretty important to have a design before you start coding. So one way to do that is through interfaces, so just having basic methods, what their parameters are and what they return is kind of just a good basic way to kind of see this. This is kind of important, or this is very important when you're working in like a team or a group, because it kind of brings everybody together kind of under a common methods and things like that, just so you're not everywhere and people just aren't working on their own code. It's kind of unified. And one thing we need to make sure when we're doing this design is that we don't get too in-depth with it. So we're not actually coding, we're still kind of thinking about it. And yeah, that's kind of my main takeaways, and the whole UML thing, which is a lot of the video. But so yeah, I did a little bit more investigation on UML, and it looks very useful. The only thing that I can think of that would not be useful is when you actually start coding. So like the thing that I'm thinking of when I'm coding, I can sometimes just be like, oh, I need a new variable here, and so I'll just create it on the fly. And I feel like that kind of might ruin the whole system, and that might be something that I need to work on, just because I will be coding with a group, and just having those on the fly variables might be a bad thing that I've never thought of, that I've just normally thought of as a good thing. UML is also very in depth, and I think this can be a bad thing just because things go downhill when you start coding. It doesn't always work the way you want it. The variables don't always match up. You might have to create another method, and just things don't always go to plan. So just having a very detailed design can just it's usually good in the beginning, but can start to crumble once the coding actually starts. So that's kind of just my main problem with UML. I do think it's good, and it's like it would be very useful. It's just it can be a little too in depth, in my opinion. It might just be too much. But yeah, thanks for listening.